Welcome back, guys, with some more Star Expedition content here from the Turbo series. What we're going to go ahead and do is see what we can try against Stage 11. You might have heard now that there are two new stages, Stage 10 and Stage 11, the Cursed Forest and the Plagued Waters. So we're going to go ahead and hit both of these, and we're going to see how our team performs. We've got a special little lineup for this, considering that there's nasty stuff like Valkyries. I'm going to go with a wall breaker style team, using this one that just is in my tower slot, with two melodic strings. We've got melodic string Natalie and melodic string Aspen. Everyone is running damage over time purify, and we're also going to be running the lion pet just for some small survival. That'll probably help. And we also have on top of that Elena's Core. Now the reason for Elena's Core is to remove control effects, whilst our Purify is removing damage over time. So that should hopefully work together really nicely. So all in all, this should come together to be a nice team. Alakita could be an additional option, and we actually don't have any crowd control here because I am terrified of Valkyrie. So what we're going to do, I think, is we're going to use our normal Void lineup when it comes to just fighting the majority of stuff. And then when we actually fight something with a Valkyrie, we'll then switch to our tower team to go ahead and deal with that. So interested to see what that's going to look like in the fight. So if we go across to Star Expedition, hit up the Plagued Waters, let's go try. This is the more harder difficulty here. My guild wants me to try and clear this in 23 attacks. So we're going to see if we can. So I'm actually not going to skip the battle on these fights. I am curious how they go. Gustin here in slot 1. That is obnoxious. I actually might ensure that we put our Aspen in slot 1 with a melodic strings just so he can hit this with all his might. So we'll go to our deployment. I'll put Aspen there, slot 1. And yeah, that's gonna do it. I think we'll also remove the Patricia, because she's probably not going to be as good as we'd want her to be. And we have Melissa here that we can run. And Melissa is great. We love Melissa. Fantastic hero. So she's gone in. That's good. We've got two Elusive Mirrors, two Demon Bells. I'm going to have two different teams. One with an Aspen in slot 1, and one where that's not the case. So I'm going to actually adjust all this as well to be damage over time purify, so that we can enjoy both teams simultaneously. So I don't have to switch between them constantly, which is probably going to be good for us, to be honest. So let's just go ahead and put our damage over time purify. And the reason they had Mark Purify is because in the Void, you fight carries, and carry isn't very nice. But we're not doing Void Vortex anymore, as that was beaten ages ago. So let's just double check all this. That looks fine by me. We don't need control immunity. No, we need damage. So holy damage, armor break, crit damage, as always, is the way to go with this one. Save that up. And let's see how we do. Aspen, slot 1. Let's see if he can hit out for massive damage against this Gustin. I'm a little bit worried he won't, but we shall see. So, Betty goes first. Crowd control coming out. Okay, he's not pinging too many problematic heroes. No, just going for Halora here. He's taken a massive chunk, so hopefully we can kill the Gustin. He's now pinging Natalie. So Unbending Will is going to get wrecked here. Aspen didn't have enough energy to do an active skill. That is unfortunate. But if we get it to work properly, Natalie should live here. Oh, she's killing a few of the heroes. We're keeping them crowd controlled, which is nice. And there we go. Overspill damage from Aspen. Absolutely fantastic. That is a win for us. We're looking at a light team with a Garuda. So against this particular lineup, I think we're going to be okay. We're still going to be using our Betty style team here, because crowd control from Betty is really good. So we've got a 3x speed. We should have no problem against this one. Dragon Rudy didn't trigger, but there you go, it triggers now. That's good, thanks to the energy feed of our team. And we should just be seeing constant crowd control, uber damage, and Phoenix has come out here as well. That's great. So we should do a big smack. Massive damage. And there you go, Tussalago left alive. It's fine. We win. Love to see it. And our first Valkyrie. This is a disgusting wave, actually. It's Ithaca, Delacium, Cthulhu, double Sigmund, Valkyrie. That's a lot of damage over time. Yikes. Really gonna have to test this team then. We normally, when we face this, run something with Wildfire Torch. Usually it's a Patricia. I'm not using that at the moment, so this is gonna be hard. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. A little bit worried that we're gonna die. all comes down to Aspen's active skill on the Valkyrie on the back line. Let's see how much damage we're going to do here. Oh! Barely a tickle. No, Valkyrie, you didn't. Oh, this is scary. Uh-oh. A lot of people approaching this with a MKxJUMP when they're trying to fight this, because MKxJUMP can crowd control. Oh, there we go. We killed the Valk. So we might still win? Oh, hello. Go on, Aspen. Do the same thing again. Yeah, Cthulhu's dead. Nice. Keep it up, buddy. There you go. Killing Ithaca. And I think with a good Aspen active skill, we can drop the Sigmunds. Absolutely. They're locked in with the Horrify. And we win. Guys, we did it. Look at that. I actually didn't lose the Valkyrie, and I didn't have to use MKxJUMP to turn them into doves. We take that as a dub. Right, let's grab Aaron's Persuasion here. The Aaron set is actually kind of interesting. And, right, an Amon-Ra. I don't think she's going to be anywhere near as problematic as one would expect, because if we're approaching this properly, then our team should heal Aspen before we end up triggering the healing curse with Aspen's attack. Let's see how we go with that. It's looking fine. Might be worth switching to the Betty team against this. Oh, never mind. Natalie does an amazing active. And we've got a lot of Horrify on the back line. Hitting that Natalie very aggressively. Got to deal with the Amon-Ra bubbles here. But I think we're still going to cut through them because Aspen is the slowest hero. Yeah, absolutely dominating them. And we win. Okay, this is going really, really well. So we'll grab Aaron's Omniscience here and we'll move on to the next. And this is going to be... Okay, another Amon-Ra wave. I think let's switch to our Void team just so we get good, consistent crowd control. Hopefully, Dragon Ruyi is going to trigger. Bang. There you go. Look at that. And we should be seeing them perma-CC'd here. We should have a lot of energy feed. Betty, as always, feeds herself energy when she gets all those crowd controls on the enemies. So yeah, with the fight continuing here, you can see Horus has been killed. And we're just going to do some more attacks. Overspill damage. Fantastic. And we've got 4 more fights to see if we can perfectly sweep this. Once again, Valkyrie has returned. So we're going to switch to the other lineup, which has Aspen in slot 4 to see how hard we can hit this Valk. And why MKxJUMP when you can Betty? Well, if you Betty crowd control a Valkyrie, you end up taking tons and tons of damage over time due to Valkyrie's passive skill. On the other hand, if you turn her into a dove, she doesn't get a passive skill because it turns it off. So if you're looking to get the maximum performance, oftentimes it does come down to using a MKxJUMP. You can see we've lost here actually, which is really, really sad. And that is all thanks to Aspen dying. So we're going to have to come back in here for a second attempt to see if we can do any better. So here we go. Take number 2. Let's see what we can take from this fight. If an Aspen active skill is big enough, we should see the enemies fall, which will be amazing. Doing that initial smack onto the Valkyrie. And dodging with Elena is brilliant, because it means that the Valkyrie active skill doesn't deal any damage and trigger Unbending Will. You can see Ithaca falls, which is great. Aspen coming down, killing the Valkyrie, which means it should be cleanup time now with a huge Aspen active skill. Just got to see that attack come out now. There it is, killing Valentino, doing loads of damage. Natalie following up here, and it should be Horrify on the enemies so they can't do a thing. And there you go, another victory for us. So a little hiccup there, needing to 2-tap that one. But other than that, we're doing great. 3 more attacks. Let's go. This one has a Gustin, so we're going to go to our preset lineups, and we're going to go with our Aspen slot 1 team. See if we can kill this Gustin nice and fast. So Gustin prioritizing Betty here. That might be a problem for us, as losing the Betty could affect our ability to crowd control the enemy team. Hopefully Aspen's active skill's big enough. Oh, it does hit Gustin hard, but Gustin kills Halora. Scary. I do think with a good Aspen active here, though, we should be okay with overspill damage. Let's see it come out. There it is. Oh, but no overspill, which means he's going to move on to Scary now, who's already pretty weak. That doesn't get overspill either, so we're moving to Sia next. This should get overspill. There it is, and it clears the fight. Fantastic. And now we have 2 fights left. Another Gustin team here. Let's go ahead and do the same thing. Gustin this time going for Natalie, who should be able to tank this really well, actually. It is going to trigger her passive. Now she's on the Unbending Will, which Gustin is going to shred through, unfortunately. Now, hopefully Aspen can kill this. Going for the back line there. Ooh, a lot of the team weakened here. Very scary. Okay, now if we can get overspill damage from Aspen. Oh, scared as that's... Oh, okay, we didn't die to the Gustin. This is going to be very, 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 very on edge. Betty can still crowd control here, though, so we're fine. So I think we just win? Yes, it would seem so. That was a very, very cagey fight, though. But we did manage to take it down. Look at that. By the skin of our teeth. It's still a win. Nice. Which means, lastly, we need to go ahead and fight the boss. And this one should be completely fine. Gonna go with our tower team, mainly because I think the aggressive output of this lineup should do really well. And the boss can't be crowd controlled, so it's not like we need Betty here to do too much. And you may just find instant killing the boss works in our favor. The only thing that scares me here is the Morax, but we do get the Horrify in and the Energy Steal. So we're actually doing very, very well. There's a Russell active skill, not doing much to us at all here. The ping's doing -0 to our Freya. Wow. And then it should be a huge active skill from Aspen to clean up here. And then the enemies will go home. Yep, look at that. Just a Tussalago left alive. And there's another win. Amazing. So there you have it, folks. With all that, we just managed to clear the hardest difficulty. And we still got 13 fights left. That is not bad. So that means we can go ahead and move to the 10th stage here, Cursed Forest, and see what we can do against this. Our first opponent is going to be a Valkyrie. Immediately unpleasant. We've beaten this before. This is hopefully going to be better. Can we kill it? Doing a decent hit to her there. Very, very nice. Let's see if we can get some more aggressive hits there from Aspen. I think we will do. This team was one that killed us before, but we've got a much better position here. So one active from Aspen gets it done. Very nice. This feels a lot easier. So how many did you say? You said this takes 14. Wait, does it? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It does? This is a stupid map. Why does this map require so many attempts? Should we see if we can get right next to the boss? Let's see if that's actually the case. I'm going to try and skip through this. So that's a win against that Valkyrie. Nice. Next stage here, it's a Gustin. So we're going to change this to our slot 1 Aspen. That's another win. Amazing. Next one here, it's a Gustin in slot 1 again. So we're getting only horrible teams, it seems. Nice. Next one, it's... Okay, something we can manage here with some crowd control from Betty. This one should be fine. And then the next one is going to be an Amon-Ra one, but again, crowd control puts in the work. Perfect. The next fight is going to be Gustin in slot 1. Still the right lineup for this. That's another win. Ooh, and look at that. A nice big Omniscience. Not that we need it. So I think we're just going to go with the Osis Foresight. The next fight here is Valkyrie, but she's in slot 3? Well, I need to move Aspen real quick. That's unexpected. I thought all the Valkyries were in slot 4. So we swap Natalie and Aspen over like that. Save the team. And let's head back in. Let's see if we can show this Valkyrie who's boss. A little bit worried about the King Barton on this lineup, actually. I actually want to watch this fight. It will be an interesting one to see. And there's an Amon-Ra here as well. Oh, I've entered in the wrong lineup. Oh, this is going to be terrifying. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's so, so bad. But wait. Oh! What a fluke! It was the wrong team, but we still dominated. Even with Betty's crowd control. Wow. That was scary. I didn't think we was going to win that one. Oh boy. Well, we've got the right team for this one. That's going to be a pretty easy win there. Next one again, easily crowd controlled. Look at that. Fantastic. The next fight here. Oh, it's a Gustin slot 1. We know we can beat it. And we move on to our last 2 fights here. Again, light team, all of them crowd controllable. Absolutely brilliant. And then we'll finish off. It's that Valkyrie in slot 3 again. We beat it with the other team, but I think that was a fluke. So I want to see if we can beat it with this one. Maybe it was the better team, though. Focusing the King Barton did seem pretty good. Either way, a lot of our heroes doing their thing. I don't think that King Barton is hitting as hard as he could be, so that's fine. Now, a lot of this is going to come down to hopefully a good active skill from Aspen. As we now go into round 2. Already killing one of the opponents. Very nice. Aspen here with the active skill. Oh, he didn't crit. Uh-oh, that's really bad. We're still alive, though, but they do have the Amon-Ra bubbles. Hopefully we can remove them on Valkyrie so that Aspen can come out here. And he gets it. Even with the bubble. Amazing. That is huge. Which means, unfortunately, if we had one fight left, we'd be able to clear this as well. But we don't. But we did manage to get another fight for our folks, which means we have 8 purifications here on the Plagued Water. But unfortunately, it does mean we still have to deal with the negative effects of the boss. Now, just for the fun of it, I am going to show you how unpleasant this boss is. Now, for a comparison, I'm going to show you the team we used last time. So the one we were having really, really good success with. And that would be this team here at the top. Just going to go ahead and adjust a few small things. Definitely not bringing Olivia and Heartwatcher. I think that would be extremely silly. But if we go into our PvE boss team, you can see we've got ourselves Scissors of Conviction on 2 heroes. We've got the Elusive Mirrors, we've got the Demon Bell, we've got the Breath of Forest Spirit. This was a team that did really, really well against the previous boss. The only difference was we ran Mark Purify instead of a Tribute Reduction Purify. That was only a small change I made for the boss at higher levels. So if we put Mark Purify on everyone, we can show you what this team's made of. So let's start off here with the exact team we would normally use. This is a comparison of a traditional Star Expedition lineup compared to how the new boss functions. So let's go in and let's see what happens. So we've got our heroes coming out and doing their attacks. And then the boss is going to do his nasty thing, which is going to put marks on our whole team. You can see we're taking a ton of damage here, immediately losing Freya and Halora, taking a lot of damage onto our Natalie as well. Already in a nasty position where Aspen is dead. And yeah, you can see this boss is just disgusting. So we managed to do 1.4 E to the 14 damage, which is not massive. If we're honest, that was pretty pathetic. So we're probably going to need something a little more aggressive here to try and do as much damage as we can, which probably means changing how we approach this entirely. So we're probably looking for a Lingering Melody of the Universe for an immediate massive damage smack. That's probably going to be pretty good. And then what we can go ahead and do is run something that is now new. This thing called Aaron. I don't know if you've seen this in the Star Imprints, but the Aaron set, if we got enough pieces, should be able to give us a bonus that at the beginning of the fight is going to increase our energy, attack, all damage dealt, crit damage. Just makes us all absolutely colossally good at dealing damage. So we're going to try this. I don't know if it's going to be good. Also, a lot of these Aaron pieces aren't very strong because we haven't really been able to pick them up too much. So let's give it a spin and see how this works. Right, so this initial bonus from Aaron is probably going to be really good if we die super fast. So let's see how this goes. Are we just going to straight up die again? Probably. Some people saying Wukong is really good here because of his defensive abilities and how they can help you. And, oh, that already feels miserable doing a straight-up active skill with Monarch Strings and not actually getting too much from the lineup. Oh, boy. Wow. Yep. Hitting out, doing not a lot. And there you go. Our Aspen is dead. That was a lot more. That was 7.5 E to the 14. Yikes, we barely did anything, though. It was shockingly poor. I wonder, considering how quickly everyone dies, would chucking Olivia into this team actually work better? It's an interesting suggestion, because the thing that the Olivia is going to offer is an immediate shrink on the boss, which will reduce the damage the boss does, which might give Aspen slightly more survival and significantly more damage. So we're going to go give this a try. So what we'll do is I'm just going to adjust a few small things, mainly give us Mark Purify to see if that's going to help us. So instead of using the team you see here, we're going to be using a team with Olivia. Olivia should give us the shrink, which will increase our damage. So there we go. Halora coming out, Aspen doing an active, and there's the shrink, which should add to our survival. And we lose Olivia immediately. That is not surprising, but hopefully we do get at least another round of damage here. Oh, we are struggling, and we are dead. That was worse. That was far, far worse. I think that's mainly because we don't get the damage protection. We need Olivia to go first. That actually might be the plan. That could do the trick. Let's go see where our soul power is currently located. It's all on Melissa, which doesn't matter here. So we're going to take that off. If we put this onto Olivia, maybe we can get something there. That's 70 extra speed for her. Oh, that's good. That's very good. So if we take a look now, what's Olivia's speed? 2279, which is fast enough. Okay. That is very exciting. Halora will go first, then Olivia, then Aspen. A little bit worried. It's not going to be very good, but you never know. It could be amazing. Let's see. So, our first hit there from Halora, then it's Olivia, then it's Aspen coming out with his attack now. Unbending Will's already been triggered on Olivia. She's immediately dying. So all we really gained was massive damage for round 1. That was worse. That was so worse because we're losing so much survival here. I think it's because we don't have Freya. I might need Freya instead of Halora just so we can gain a ton of damage reduction because Freya's very good for that. So I'm just going to go adjust the formation slightly, and I'm brave enough to even say that we might just want to use this team here, but then remove Natalie and just put Olivia in. The line is low. We just have to beat, what was it, 7e to the 14. So Freya comes out, then oh, wow, Olivia died straight away. Hang on, how? Was it mark damage? Hey, 8.6? That's good. That's better. We take that. That's good. That's nice. Okay. And was it just the counterattacks? Let's have a look. What was it that got Olivia killed? I think it was just... she got bullied. Either way, that's our best hit so far. It's not amazing, by the way. I want to stress, it's still 99%. So, yeah, it's not going to make too much of a difference what we do here. Mark Purify on Olivia. Was she not running it? I think she was. I could do a double check, though. Ah, no, she was running a Tribute Reduction Purify. That might change something. You never know. There's a chance it doesn't. But yeah, let's go. And Olivia dying is irrelevant. Yeah, it probably doesn't make too much of a difference. So, let's do another attack. Just to double check that wasn't a fluke. So here we go. Let's see what we can get. There you go. Freya, then Olivia. Hey, she lived this time. That's nice. Oh, she might even get another attack off. Yo! Hello, team! What's going on here? Oh my word. We still sucked. Okay. The big issue here is the energy feed is really poor. That's so sad. Right, one more, just to see if it's better. And then other than that, I'm pretty confident to say this new Star Expedition boss is disgusting. Oh, Olivia died this time. Oh, how sad. And maybe we do survive, though, as a group. Let's see. Can we get the energy through onto Aspen? No, Aspen's just not doing anything. Okay. Horrified. Love to see it. He's forced into basics. Yeah, we probably need multiple heroes doing Demon Bells before him, to be honest. So, that's so bad. Yeah, we need to come up with something with some strong energy feed component. Yikes. It is a weird little lineup, isn't it? It's a strange little world having to fight this boss. And even that, getting 2 active skills from Aspen doesn't actually change too much at all. Because we just still end up in a situation where, unfortunately, our damage is just going to be so pitiful compared to the boss's HP. So, unless there's something amazing DH Games change to this boss, or there's some crazy strategy that, as a community, we're able to come up with, I don't think many people are going to get too far. And you can really see just how much people have struggled against this boss. When you compare the rankings of all the top guilds, loads of people stuck here. Chaos Knights, I assume, are just brute forcing it by having a ton of really powerful accounts. But look, Revenant, Hydra, Utopia Project, they're all 2.4. Very similarly powerful teams. 2.2 here from Flames of Chaos. So the assumption would be these guys all rushed down to X100 together, got there really fast, and have just been throwing their heads against this with great misery. And then you can see everybody else here who's in the sub 2e to the 15s, the 1.9s, the 1.8s, All these guys still very much struggling to get any progress at all. And all these people at the 1.73s, all of these people are stuck at 99%. Look at that. It's all the way from Phoenix, Myrtle, Unicorn, Slipnir, Outlaws, Kitsune, Angels, just all of these groups. All of them in exactly the same position. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. So, folks, stay tuned to see if anything can cook out. Maybe something will get leaked out of the guilds. The only thing I don't like about Star Expedition is the natural gatekeeping that comes from a lot of these guilds. If anyone in any of these guilds comes up with something that is really like Giga Brain, they will not tell anyone. And that's the big issue with the Star Expedition community, is a lot of people that get really excited about this really don't like to share their testing, which means coming up with new ideas for Star Expedition is going to be significantly slower than we've seen people coming up with theories for other accounts. And that's just straight up down to, unfortunately, the natural gatekeeping that big accounts and powerful guilds will do. That's just natural competitive play for you. But yeah, maybe we can come up with something to try and see what damage we can do to this boss. And even my guild are probably not going to tell me anything just because of the platform I'm on. It's toxic, but it's just the way it goes. So I will probably have to sit here in the dark unless I can come up with something myself. And even if I do come up with something, I'll probably get lynched for saying it. But anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. Hopefully, Star Expedition has been at least fun for you guys getting down to X100. I will say, I enjoyed the more powerful bosses. I don't like that this is now super strong, though. So we'll just have to see what DH Games are coming up with to make this more reasonable. The only thing that terrifies me is the only way this boss becomes reasonable is with ridiculous power creep. And it's not like we need any more of that. Anyway, folks, I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, have an amazing week, and happy idling.